Any suggestions on how to handle downtime? I teach and will be on winter break for close to 2 weeks. My activity level and workload will reduce tremendously while on break, and normally I turn to mindless munching to handle boredom. While working on an average step count of 10,000, and when I am not working, my steps can reduce to about 4,000. I live in the Midwest and may have difficulty getting outside due to inclement weather. But I just want to talk about this for a second. So, first off, what I would like for you to do is to actually, while you're on your 2 weeks off, take my time management course. Okay. That's going to eat up about 5 hours of your time. So take the time management course. The reason I want you to take it is because I actually spend quite a bit of time going into this exact issue. I used to be a teacher. I know how hard the summers and winter breaks are for teachers because they lack structure. So when we go to work every day, 9 to 5, we have solid structure. We start work here, we eat lunch here, we leave work here, right? Everything is super structured. When you are on your own, you've got to build the structure in. Just like I was sharing a second ago, she needs to build the fitness in she needs. We've got to take that proactive step and say, this is what I need, and this is what I must put into my life. We can't depend on the school to ring a bell and to kind of structure our time for us when we're on off time. So we want to go ahead and think about it now. Structured time, people tend to get really freaked out by that. They're like, "What do you mean structured time, Heather? It's my vacation." Well, even vacation needs structure. You still need to eat. You still need to do some basic things. So building structure just means blocking out certain amounts of time for these things. So even if you're sleeping until 10 a.m., you still need to eat breakfast. So just simply laying out a basic 2 week structure for yourself. I wake up at 10 a.m. I eat breakfast. That puts me at about 11. I'm dressed and I'm out the door. What I recommend to people who typically work a job, and then they're going to be out for a good majority of a period of time, is to block in one activity for the morning and block in one activity for the afternoon. Now, activity can be fun. It can be you knitting something. It can be you going to your local library and doing some research on something you're interested in. It can be you going to see a movie with your friend. An activity is just a activity. It's a unit of time going to a specific event or thing. So all you need to do is block out sometime in the morning and sometime in the afternoon for two separate activities. Your meals should be blocked in: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. As much as you can, keep the same structure to your day. Just like you eat breakfast, you go to work, you eat lunch, you come back. You want to kind of have that same flow to your day. Even if the times are completely different, you're staying up later, you're waking up later, whatever, all of that would remain the same. So, structuring your time is important. Guess what? One of the things I would probably encourage you to structure in, what I would encourage you to do is, if you do have a gym or if you have access to a treadmill, is just blocking in a couple 20-minute walks into your schedule. So you get up at 9 or whatever, you eat breakfast, you get dressed. Maybe instead of going to work, you go for your 20-minute walk, whether it's treadmill, gym, whatever. Then you plan your outing activity, then you plan your lunch, then you plan your afternoon activity, so on and so forth. Block all that in. If you just wake up on the first day of vacation and have no clue what you're doing, you're just going to kind of flop through the entire 2 weeks, and you're going to come out feeling, one, like you probably didn't get anything done or anything you wanted to get done, and you're going to probably feel like all of your quote unquote healthy habits haven't been followed through on because you haven't intentionally put them into the week. So a lot of our habits are based off the structure of our work week. This is why most people can do really well Monday through Friday, but they struggle on the weekend. Pay very close attention to this. Where do you struggle with your eating? Is it nights and weekends? There's a reason for that. That's your unstructured time. You don't have a boss telling you how to spend the 5 hours at night before you go to bed. You don't have anybody standing there saying, this is what you're supposed to be doing on Saturday and Sunday. If you don't create the schedule doesn't actually exist. And you can kind of flounder your way through the week and just going to work and back and attaching a few healthy habits. Maybe you go grocery shopping after work on Thursday. So that's your routine. But then what about when you're off for 2 weeks? Do you still go to the grocery store on Thursday? What's going to prompt you to go do that? You've got to think about all those kinds of things and build them into your week. So this is why time management course would be extremely helpful for you because I actually walk you through that entire process. And then I like I said, I specifically focus on how to deal with large blocks of time off from work. But this would just get you kind of going in the right direction.